in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Noles about to kick it away and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse, like...
It's a seam wide open, ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And the Seminoles backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. They believe they can run right here. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real.
Going for it all. He is lucky to get that one back. And the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They've been able to put together nothing. Now 3rd and long from their own 1. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They had a fantastic offseason, #1 recruiting class in the country, but with that comes a little pressure. So how much pressure is on this class?
Well, lots of pressure, no question about it, but I think we're in an era of college football where you're seeing more and more true freshmen see the field early and have impacts early and make plays. Think about Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State during their national championship season.
Time to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Wants to throw. It's Glenn. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the right. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run the toss. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out in the last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Going with the ground game left. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Takes it on the return. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Down. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of time before he fires right.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Here's the pressure. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D-end getting that sack.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
The Dogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Dropping back, it's Dyer. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Zings it complete to the right. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch and run for 6.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Creates a little room. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football now. Not good.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They kick it away on 4th down. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Welsh. A collision. He stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds a little space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. This crowd knows this defense needs them Looking to throw, it's Dyer. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give is to Williams. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking for a man, it's Dyer. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Buys a little time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Firing to the right, complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Tosses it back. The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give is to Williams. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Noles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page playing.
There he goes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off. and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Through the air, it's Dyer. This time it's complete. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got enough for the first. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left. Receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking in that toss. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
But you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Turning it on! And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Trying to run, it's Williams. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the run, it's Robinson. Shakes off the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Oh, it's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just...
Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Pulls it in, it's Williams. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Gonna look downfield again. He fires one deep over the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is. We're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
And the Noles have it with a first and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Get it out on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking to fire. Backs looking for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown Seminoles.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. The sure hands. It's Taylor. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So the first step of that was fine. They made the passing catch, but no yards. They didn't bring up fourth down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play. They just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Looking to the big tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something open. And maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the whole...
Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. So that drive covered 40 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To throw, it's Glenn. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every...
Titans.